Welcome back to Scot Tech for you, the place where speed, technology, and innovation come together. Today we're diving into a story that is shaking the entire automotive world. A new electric supercar has just shattered records and officially claimed the crown as the fastest production car in the world. We're talking about the Yangwang U9 Xtreme, also known as the U9X, a car that didn't just break the rules, it rewrote them. Strap in, because this is more than a story about numbers. It's about ambition, engineering genius, and the future of what a car can be. For decades, the race to build the world's fastest car has been dominated by legendary names like Bugatti, Koenigsegg, and Hennessy. These brands pushed the limits of combustion engines, turbocharging, and aerodynamics. But in 2025, the throne has been taken by an unexpected challenger from China, Yangwang, a luxury brand under BYD. Their creation, the U9 Xtreme, didn't just sneak onto the scene. It stormed in with a top speed that stunned everyone, reaching a jaw-dropping 308.4 miles per hour, or 496.22 kilometers per hour. Let's pause for a moment and let that sink in. Over 308 miles per hour in a production car. Not a prototype, not a concept, but a vehicle that, at least in theory, you could actually buy. This achievement took place at the ATP Papenburg test track in Germany on September 14, 2025. That's a name that will go down in automotive history, because with this run, the U9 Xtreme became the fastest production car in the world, dethroning giants who held onto that record for years. What makes this accomplishment even more groundbreaking is that the Yangwang U9 Xtreme is fully electric. Yes, an EV is now the fastest production car on the planet. For years, skeptics argued that electric vehicles were limited to city commutes, efficiency, and eco-friendly marketing. But the U9X proves that electric power isn't just about sustainability, it's about raw, mind-bending performance. With 4 motors working together in harmony and a cutting-edge 1,200-volt system, this machine delivers instant power that rockets it into the stratosphere of speed. The engineering behind this car is a marvel. Each of its 4 motors is independently controlled, meaning torque can be distributed with surgical precision to maximize traction at any given moment. This technology allows the U9X to remain stable even as it climbs into speeds most of us can hardly imagine. On top of that, BYD engineers fitted the car with semi-slick tires, specialized aerodynamics, and reinforced components to ensure that it didn't just go fast. It did so safely and consistently. But this car isn't just about numbers on a track. It represents a shift in power within the automotive world. For decades, Western brands dominated the supercar conversation. Now, a Chinese automaker has stepped forward and shown that innovation knows no borders. This record is a bold statement. China isn't just competing in electric cars. They're setting global benchmarks in performance, too. That's why the automotive industry is watching the U9X so closely. Of course, exclusivity is part of the story. The Yangwang U9 Xtreme isn't going to flood the streets. In fact, production will be limited to just 30 units worldwide. Each car will likely be a collector's treasure, snapped up by enthusiasts, investors, and performance junkies who want to own a piece of history. That rarity only adds to the mystique of this machine. It's not just a car. It's an event, a symbol, and a record-breaking masterpiece. It's important to remember that speed records are not achieved in isolation. Behind this victory lies years of research, billions of dollars in investment, and a dedicated team of engineers willing to test the limits of technology. The U9X isn't a happy accident. It's the result of a deliberate mission to prove what an electric car can do when boundaries are pushed. From its battery management systems to its aerodynamic design, every detail was engineered with one goal in mind: to break barriers. Now, you might be asking, what does this mean for the future of supercars? Well, it sets a precedent. If an electric car can hit over 308 miles per hour, then the conversation about EVs changes forever. This achievement forces legendary brands like Bugatti, Koenigsegg, and Rimac to rethink their strategies. Do they double down on hybrid tech? Do they push for even higher top speeds? Or do they shift their focus to acceleration, handling, and efficiency? One thing's for sure, competition just got a whole lot more exciting. Another angle to consider is safety and practicality. While the U9X can reach 308 miles per hour, no public road on Earth will allow that kind of speed. So this car isn't really about how fast you can drive it daily. It's about what's possible. It's about proving that human imagination and engineering can still surprise us. For the lucky owners, the U9X will be more of a showpiece, a track star, and a bragging right than a daily driver. But in the world of supercars, that's exactly the point. The Yangwang U9 Xtreme also showcases how EV technology can adapt for extreme conditions. Managing heat, ensuring stability, and keeping the car controllable at such high speeds are no small feats. This success suggests that the next generation of EVs, whether they're hypercars, sports sedans, or even SUVs, can benefit from the advancements made in this record-breaking run. In other words, what happens at the bleeding edge eventually trickles down to vehicles regular people can buy. So there you have it. The fastest production car in the world is no longer a roaring gasoline beast from Europe or America. It's a silent electric missile from China, the Yangwang U9 Xtreme. At Scot Tech for you, we believe this moment marks the beginning of a new era where electric vehicles are not just practical, but legendary. The world of speed records will never be the same again. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you love tech stories that redefine what's possible. Until next time, keep your eyes on the road and your imagination in the fast lane.